Hello and welcome, I'm Mystical, this is Mystical Gaming. We're jumping into Watcher Realms and I'm doing a bit of saving really, mostly for patch change day, whenever that's going to be. Now, I'm having a guess, this is nothing official at all whatsoever. So the patch came this week. The first battle of the penultimate week for Season 7 is when it dropped on the Forerunner. So if it drops on the same time for global, it would be the 19th of March we would expect the patch to drop. So that's what I'm saving for. So it gives me a couple of weeks to sort of save up some resources for it. Now, the resources I'm saving are mostly forge orientated stuff, because we know we've got some more stuff dropping from the forge and from the artifacts. So I haven't done this week's guild run, Void Rift run, sorry. So when I do that, I'll save them, and I've already saved last week's as well. So when I come over, here's last week's. So I've already saved those up, and I think the week before. We've got the Oracle's trial on at the moment. Now Gear A3 ends, and then we are popping into Mystery of Artifacts in sort of 14 and a bit hours when this goes live. So I'm saving up from them, and I've already saved up from last times as well. So I've got 2 and a bit thousand and 4,000 from last time. So these are the sort of two we're looking for. So at the moment, it looks like this. This is what it looks like at the moment. However, this is what it's going to look like. So we're going to get these 2 more exclusives here, and there's a couple of other exclusives as well. So let's zoom in on this, and we get rid of the other stuff, and we just look at the exclusives, the new ones that we're getting. So we're getting these 4 new ones here. Now, from these, I quite want to. If you don't want any of these, you're probably better off pulling before the patch, because it gives you a mildly better drop rate. Because the more exclusives they release, the less chance there is of you getting one. So maybe they'll offer a times 15 chance on them or something like that one weekend. So this is one of the ones I'm after. I do really like it. And if you've got him, why wouldn't you want his exclusives as well? So that's quite a tasty one, I do fancy. And that's on the ground-based units. Now 3 of the 4 are ground-based units. Let's remember that. That is this is a second one. So Lord Phineas, he's not a lord, but you know, only in name, so he's getting one as well. So that's a possibility. I wouldn't mind that, but I'd still prefer the Vlad one first anyway. And then we've got our last ground-based unit is this one here. So this is just for defenders, but you know, it's another one for defenders and raises their max HP. So that's quite handy as well. And then if you were pulling ancients the other weekend, then there's a high chance that you may well have got this dude. Now if you got him, then you probably want his ancient or his exclusive artifact as well, because it increases single target damage by 15%. That's fantastic. And when the ultimate is activated, and it gets activated a lot, each flying sword grants 1% penetration for 5 seconds. Now I believe you can get up to 12 swords, so there's 12% penetration, and on top of it, I think he gets 40% in there as well. So you're getting quite a lot of penetration on the go, so it does look like a good artifact for him. So I'm going to be saving my stuff up until the 19th of March, when I think patch change is going to be. That isn't the only thing that's changing, is it? We've also, if we go into the gear side of things, and we jump into the foundry part, so this is changing, and all for the better. I mean, this is a horrible. I mean, it's nice enough to do it, and we're pleased. So I've got a little over 5,000 of each, and I've still got this month's gear dungeons to do as well. So we could get some more out of that as well. So that's what we've got at the moment now, and we'll look more like this. So we get it broken down. There's Hell's Lamont piece, and then it will show you the character as well. I have asked for it to be broken down into rings and bangles and that sort of thing. We'll see if that happens, but we've got some more exclusive gear coming up, and some of it is really quite good. So Hex gets an exclusive weapon, so that's, and again it's more penetration. I think this is starting to get aimed towards the new guild boss that's coming, so hopefully we'll be able to roll up some of these. So I'm going to have a mass, I think, session by the time the patch drops. and we're going mad for the new exclusives. So some of them are quite good, some of them aren't as good, obviously. She's a terrible champion to start with. This doesn't help the matter, but it is Wicked Vengeance, and it is an exclusive artifact, so generally they roll better as well, so that is a plus side to her getting some breastplate. So it's not all bad news. I mean, she's not a great champion, so it's not good news. There are things like this. I think this is worth watching out for. You can chuck on her other exclusives as well, and her artifact, and I think it's going to become quite powerful. So there are some to watch out for. So if you fancy any of these new ones, it's definitely worth considering holding on until patch change day and seeing what turns up for you. I mean, these are just the new champions. So there's 10 new champions in total that are getting gear and items. On the exclusive gear side of things, but also the faction side of things. They're sort of tying up where they've missed sets about, so they're sort of tying up those, and they've done quite a good job on mowing those over as well. So it looks a lot better, and we're getting the exclusive gear for the factions that you're missing, which is handy. But there's also on top of that these 10 extras as well. So yeah. It's why I'm hanging on to patch change day. So it's just my guess that it's the 19th of March. I could, of course, be very wrong, but there's a quick look through them, and this is sort of realistically the reason I'm holding on or holding my resources. I'm hoping I'll do better on the patch and get some good rolls. This one's it's nice she's got an exclusive, but I've never heard people saying, "Oh, her knockback's brilliant. That's what I'm using her for." So, bit of a shame on that exclusive, but there you go. It should roll better. So, he's absolutely brilliant. I quite like it. That reduced efficiency of his healing gets almost taken out to zero with that and his exclusive. So it's all good news there. And there are more and more lords getting them. So, at some point, do we expect a Pope and Ingrid exclusives coming out? Well, who knows now then, eh? Who knows? But I think there are plenty of bad champions that could do with at least some form of buffing, if not this way round. So this is really what I'm holding out for. So I've got 5 and a bit, little under 6, and I'll wait and see what happens, and we'll forge up as much as I can at the time. So like I say, I've still got this one's to do. That hasn't been done yet, so we can do that. And tomorrow, before this starts, my decision is made over where I'm going to go, I think, and where I'm going to farm. I will probably farm mostly 22 to bolster this up quite a bit, and maybe a touch there as well, because I would like one for IFR. So that's mostly where I'm going to go. It'll be mostly ground-based units for Vlad, and then I'll chuck in some there as well. And then also I am not using these when I do the Void Rift runs. That's just me. Do you what works for your account, but that's my take on it. I'm sort of fairly confident that'll be when the patch drops with all the new stuff in it, and I'll be able to have a mass session then, so give me something to look forward to and work towards. Okay, that's me done. If you've got any hints and tips on what you're saving or what you're trying to push for, or are you waiting for patch change day, or are you worried that this is just going to increase the odds for you on actually getting something that's already in the system that you want, and that you're never going to actually get the one you want? So that's where I stand on it at the moment. That's what I'm doing. You do what you best for your account, but I will see you all in a video again tomorrow, and let us know if you're looking forward to the patch as well and what you're saving for. Thank you very much for your time. If you could do the old thumbs up, like and subscribe on your way out, it would help me out massively, and I'll see you all in a video again tomorrow. Cheers, goodbye.